Alright, so let's say we needed to construct a perpendicular bisector. There are two ways that are fairly easy. The first is using patty paper, and then the second is using a compass. So first I'll show you how to do it with the patty paper and then with the compass. So with the patty paper, in order to construct a perpendicular bisector of a segment, I need a segment. So I'm going to draw a segment on this patty paper using a straight edge, aka my ID. Okay, let's label it X, Y. So if I wanted to construct a perpendicular bisector to XY, remember a perpendicular bisector is a line that travels through the midpoint of the segment and meets it at a right angle. So I need to find the middle of XY first of all. And again, the nice thing about the patty paper is that you can see through it. So if I fold the patty paper, I can still see both Y and X through the paper. And then if I line X on top of Y by moving it around, that's basically, well, literally cutting or folding the segment in half. So wherever that crease is going to be the midpoint of that segment. And then when I unfold it, well, because I folded it in half, I automatically get a right angle. So now I have a crease that is basically the perpendicular bisector of this segment. All I have to do is draw a line there. And I'm going to use my straight edge again because I want it to be neat. And that would be the perpendicular bisector using paper folding with patty paper. Now, if I just had a segment on a sheet of paper that I needed to create the bisector for, okay, first I would pick a point, P, and I would place the metal tip on that point, and I would choose a length, whatever length you'd like, and I make a mark to the right and to the left. And now I have a segment where I have the midpoint marked because these endpoints are the same distance from the midpoint. That's half of the bisector. Remember, it travels through the midpoint. Now I need to create a line that's perpendicular. And the way I do that is instead of putting my metal tip on this center point, I now put it on one of the endpoints. And I need to widen the other end out so it's past half. And then what I do is I make an arc up above the line segment. Remember, arc's just part of a circle. So move it back and forth. And then you're going to take your metal tip and move it to the other endpoint. And you're going to create an arc that intersects the one you already drew. So what you should have is sort of like a curved X up here. And then where they intersect is going to be the second point. And you're going to create a line segment that connects those 2 points. And that line segment will then be your perpendicular bisector. So that is how you would create a perpendicular bisector using a compass and patty paper.